Hi, everybody. I'm Matt, and David's eating a bagel bite.
Smuggle!
Because I tricked him.
Ha ha ha!
We're going to smuggle. Don't trip that landmine. I've got to provide the commentary while David chews on his bagel.
Blah, blah, blah.
That sounds dirty.
Uh-huh.
David, stop chewing on your bagel. Yeah, is that a trap? Because if so, it's a pretty obvious trap. Maybe it's the other side? Maybe you just have to jump over it.
Well, crap.
We'll go on get to the rocks on the... Oh! Well, there you go. There's an activation thing. So shoot that red one. Yeah, the one on the right side is gone. And there's one on the ground. Ah!
Really?
You survived. You survived. How did that one not do it? You killed an enemy, apparently.
I'm tired of these motherfucking landmines and these motherfucking caves.
I mean, that's how it works, David. Oh, what about that green one? Nope, still there. Alright, well, just don't run through it, I guess. Huh. You might have to jump over it. Get a little bit of a running... Oh, wait. Go forward. In the grass. What about to the left? You see that yellow looking thing? A little up. Alright, what about the red dot beneath it? No, it would show up red. I guess you just gotta jump through it, David.
Alright.
That or you missed something behind you. Check the ceiling. Oh, we're... Okay, now that we know what it is,
Yep.
it's not the landmines, it's those little gear. Okay.
The landmine just happened to blow it up.
That's... Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. Granted, still good to have blown up all the landmines, because, I sure have a knack for stepping on those, am I right?
Am I right?
I'm not...
So jumping back another topic to the last episode, we were talking about Baldur's Gate, and Baldur's Gate is based off 2E, right?
Yep.
Have you? So they also came out with Neverwinter Nights and Planeswalker. Are those also 2E? Do you know, or did they like up those to like 3 or 4?
I'd have to check. I feel like they might also be 2E, because I think they're kind of like the same time frame, but I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty certain that Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are both 2E,
I assume that as well.
but I'm not sure, as far as the others, like if they came out pretty drastically later, or...
No, within like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were in the 90s, and then Planeswalker and Neverwinter were like 2000s, I think.
So it's possible it could be like 3rd edition.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed.
I'm also
How'd you
armed,
get past my traps anyway?
and I have backup. I've got moves.
Yeah, 2002 is when Neverwinter Nights came out.
Just remember, I still got bullets.
Yeah, that's
in case
that's
you're
the
getting any
stuff.
funny ideas.
Really?
What are you doing out here anyway?
You really think you can beat the 3 of us?
No, Neverwinter Nights does 3rd edition.
Yeah. No, once you said like 2000s, I figured it might be. Because that would have been the 3rd edition era before 4th edition started.
So now the question is Planescape Torment.
I feel like that would also be a... Because I think that's when Planescape was kind of at its...
Nope, this one's based on 2E.
Alright.
But this one came out in '99 also.
Nice to know she cares.
I mean, I don't think she actually
Catherine had us
cares.
making drops for some big shot.
She cares enough to murder you, I think.
Before you ask, I don't know who they are.
Maybe.
Or were. The
Just
whole point of
maybe.
making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity. and whereabouts.
Maybe.
The Marauders knew we were coming.
Okay.
Rigged the bridge with explosives and everything. If they found us, my guess is they found the client too.
But that's just your guess.
God dang it.
Sounds right. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble.
I guess we're gonna go kill people because we don't have enough
I'm headed
medical.
back to Fallbrook
Oh, the medical
as
is
soon
just
as
to
I
heal
find
his
the rest.
wounds.
Oh, well, fuck him.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna take your stuff because it doesn't say.
So, I think I've asked you this before in an episode, but I don't remember. And I don't think you actually had an answer for me.
Okay.
What's the most disappointing game you've ever played?
Oh.
Like, you were excited for it, you were so stoked, and then you got it, and you played it, and you were just so sad. What game was the biggest letdown to you?
God.
And then the opposite side of this, David. What game was the biggest surprise for you?
God, that's.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, here, I'll start. I would say the biggest surprise game for me.
No, I don't want to sleep. Nope. Stop going. Get the.
I guess the biggest surprise game, and I shouldn't have been surprised, I guess, would be, I guess, Skyrim was the biggest surprise game, because I tried other Elder Scrolls games before, and I couldn't ever get into them. But I was like, well, this one has dragons. This could be cool. And so I tried it, but I didn't have high hopes for it, because I hadn't been able to get into the other stuff. And then I got it, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that. Or... I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at all my games and see.
I know. That's one of the hard part is, like, I don't have my stuff, like, next to me to be looking, like, what games do I own and have played recently?
Yeah, I could go Skyrim.
Alright.
I mean, because there are a number of games that were letdowns when I got them on PS2, but that was a risk you took buying a random game in PS2.
Yeah.
I would say, though, probably biggest letdown for me, and this will be interesting because it's one of the games we have scheduled to play in the next coming weeks, Neo. The first one. And it's not exactly that it was bad, but it wasn't the game I was expecting it to be.
I can see that. There's
No,
definitely...
I changed my mind. Brutal Legend.
I actually enjoyed Brutal Legend.
I did too. But they never marketed it as an RTS. They never marketed it as a real-time strategy game. Because the demo was literally the part where you fought through with the axe, platforming to get out of hell.
So Ada is
And then after that was when all the RTS stuff started. They never showed that. At least in the marketing I saw.
What's it?
And so when I played it, I very much was like, hey, I'm ready, to do, I'm ready to play this. It's going to be great. And I still, maybe I won't say biggest disappointment. Maybe that's my biggest surprise. Because I expected it to be good, but I expected it to be good for different reasons. And then it was an RTS game, but it was still solid.
Yeah. I think for me, it was like, I didn't really have many expectations going into it. It was more just, okay, a game with Jack Black and heavy metal, I can get behind this.
Yeah, and that was part of the reason I got behind it. And then it was, it was supposed to be an action-adventure game. But then when it turned into a real-time strategy game, that was initially disappointing to me. But I beat that game. I played it through from beginning to end, and it was a very solid game. It was a lot of fun. So I think that one is my biggest surprise, because I was never a big fan of RTS games, like real-time strategy games. Like, I loved RPGs, like JRPGs and stuff like that, like combat RPGs. But, like, playing a control the troops type of thing was never my like, a tactics type of RTS
I can see that.
was never my big thing. but I loved Brutal Legend. And it could have been because of Jack Black. It could have been because of the heavy metal setting. The art aesthetic was great. So I'll say that was my big surprise. That one surprised me.
Alright. I'd say I have a couple I could put down for surprise. This would probably be one of them.
Yeah, Outer Worlds.
Just because I didn't pay attention to anything about it until you mentioned playing it. And I have thoroughly enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, I could see that, because I honestly watched the one trailer and then the 15-minute demo they did, which they did it in Fallbrook was the demo. And I was like, it looks like New Vegas. David will like this. But no, I stand by, I think my biggest disappointment was Neo, because Neo did a lot of things right, and this is more a user problem than a gameplay problem, because the game was good. But I was not good at the game. So it was disappointing to me because I was not good at managing the stances of high, middle, and low. I was not good at that.
So I was alright with that. For me, it was just like the amount of like side missions and stuff like that. I would have rather it just been more
A straightforward game.
Yeah, much more like Dark Souls in the sense of just, because like the individual levels I enjoyed, but it was the fact that there was just so many side missions that just kind of reused the levels, but in different ways. That after a while, I was like, I don't really care about these. I just want to do like the actual story levels that progress things.
Yeah, because the story was good.
Yep. But yeah, so surprise, like I said, this, I'd say, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, right, that one. My brain went to Heavenly Swords, and I was about to go, that was disappointing.
Well, that's because you're playing it now.
I'm playing it now, yeah.
Yeah.
I still need to play Susuna's Sacrifice. We need to get that on the docket, and
Yeah.
I'll play that.
So it wasn't, the biggest surprise in the sense that I did enjoy some of their past titles, but it was another one that, just based off the little bit I saw leading into it, I didn't know what the hell to expect, but it was definitely one of my favorite titles that year. And I would also put Divinity Original Sin as one of my surprises.
Yeah, I've never played that one. I remember you messaging me about it, though.
Yeah. It was one of those, I wanted to play like that style of game, and I was looking up like, what are like some good ones, and that one kept coming up as like the best one of the year. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, and I was like, okay, no, this is actually really well done.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Disappointment. God, I know there's definitely a couple.
My fingers to nubs, but I finally completed the Bolt 52.
Oh, I got a
I
disappointment.
dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the
The last two.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
And I'm being a little unfair to the newest
Do
one,
you have this cartridge?
but the Prince of Persia's. Not the trilogy, but the follow-up, just Prince of Persia, the one that was like colorful and whimsical and had a very like, again, surrealist art style because you were fighting off the darkness. I can never really get behind a game where you're fighting off a darkness. Like it's such a disembodied evil force.
Real quick, do I give him the cartridge?
I mean, what other choice do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I feel like we do.
He seems legit. Yeah, give it to him.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now.
But yeah, I can never get behind like a metaphysical darkness, which is weird because like I love Lord of the Rings,
Which is...
but he had a body and
Yeah.
he technically has a physical form. I will say another big surprise for me was Demon Souls, because and it probably wasn't as big a surprise as it could have been because Dark Souls was about to come out. And I had seen trailers for Dark Souls, and I was like, oh, let me try Demon Souls for this. But that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I'd say that definitely, for me, I started with Dark Souls because of you telling me about Demon Souls and then, like, Dark Souls coming out. But at the time, I didn't know anything about it. I was like, I saw you play, like, that one little level on Demon Souls, and I was like, that looks cool, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you
And
saw
then-
me play the Poison Pit.
Yeah, like, one of the worst levels, where when Dark Souls came out, I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot. not realizing just how much it was going
Yeah.
to stick with me over the next decade.
I would say that another like pop out surprise game for me was Final Fantasy VII, because I'd never played a Final Fantasy game before, and the way that I found it was I went to a local used game store, and I saw the cover, and of course if you've never seen the cover of it, it's a white cover, and it has Cloud facing the background, so you see his back, and he's got his big Buster Sword on it, and he's grabbing it, and I was like, huh, that's a big ass sword. And the guy went, oh yeah, have you never played Final Fantasy? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, you'd love it, like it's got magic and swords. He's like, that game's great. And it was like $15. So I bought it, and I mean I loved it. And I've gone back and played older Final Fantasy games, and I've kept up with the newer ones. So I would say that one could also be considered one of my biggest surprises in gaming, because it definitely changed the way and types of games I played. Which again, Skyrim did that.
Yeah.
Brutal Legend didn't do that, but I was pleasantly surprised with how Brutal Legend turned out. So that was a surprise. As far as disappointments go, though, I stand by Neo in just the fact that it wasn't the game I was hoping it would be, which doesn't make it a bad game by any means. It's just it was disappointing to me. Looking through, Dead Rising is a fun game, but again, it was a little disappointing in that it had time mechanics, like you had to beat the game by an X amount of time, and I never gave it like the good college try I should have. So I'd like to go back and try that at some point, but I know that one was a little bit not what I expected.
Yeah. That was actually one of the ones I've beaten, so...
Oh, you've beaten Dead Rising? The first one? Well, I have Dead Rising 2. I never beat the first one. I got like one story act in. I got to like the shootout at the food court, and that was about it. Oh, I know one of my biggest disappointment games. And it makes me so sad to say, because I was so excited and I got you to play it. Code Vein.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I keep looking at it and I keep saying to myself, oh, we need to go back and finish that. And I really have no urge or desire to go back and finish it.
Yeah, I haven't gone back either since I stopped. I won't really list it as a disappointment for me, just because I didn't actually have an intention of getting it to begin with.
But you could see, like, somebody like me who was
Yeah.
excited for it. Yeah.
So for me, it was more just like, that looks fun, like, I'll give it a shot, but it wasn't. It was one of those things, like, for me, like, it wasn't actually from Software, where it's like...
Yeah.
I kind of put it in the boat of, like, what's the other one? That was basically Dark Souls, but isn't Dark Souls.
Lords of Fallen?
Yeah, like, I knew it wasn't going, but, I enjoyed it. I'd never actually beat it. I got pretty close, but...
Yeah, and I want to go back and beat Lords of Fallen, because I got, I think, 2/3 of the way through that game.
Yeah, I was really close, and I did,
I was enjoying it.
Yeah, it's just...
It lost that momentum. There's a lot of games that, like... I think that's the difference you can tell between not a good game and a bad game, but a game you love versus a game you're just like, it was okay. Because a game you love, you will, no matter what, you think about it when you're not playing it, you go home, and what you want to do is you want to get back into it, and so you can beat it, and you beat it.
Yeah.
But a game that you're just like okay with, you'll go, I guess I could play it today, and it's good. And
Yeah.
it's that game that if you stop playing, you go, oh, I never finished it. I got X far in it, and it wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
I just
Heck, look at the fact that I haven't really beaten much recently, and then I just started playing.
blasted through The Witcher 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, David just within like the last week started and finished The Witcher 2.
Yeah, and I have not beaten a lot of things recently.
No.
Outside of, story games that are pretty self-contained and from Software games.
Yeah.
I have a lot of unfinished stuff.
Well, that's me trying to go back and finish now before the PS5 comes out and the Xbox Xbox Series X. So it's either the Xbox Sex or the Sex Box. I'm calling it the Sex Box. There hasn't been a lot. I've really sat down and beaten because of the channel. I've beaten some stuff. You know, we beat a couple of horror games we played, and I beat Fallen Order, which was great. But yeah, there's just been a lot I haven't sat down to play. I think I know one of your disappointment games. Lords of Shadow 2.
Yes.
Which I still haven't played and I want to play.
Very much so. Thank you for the reminder on that one. And it's a bit unfair because I didn't get that far into it. Maybe it turns around like a little ways in, but just heading into it, it was not what I wanted.
Should we do that sometime for the channel?
We can give it a shot.
I have all three. Like, I have Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, and Lords of Shadow 2. Because Lords of Shadow was good. Yeah. Although it I've played through the game a few times. It does drag until you can get to the castle.
Yeah.
The beginning of the game's not bad, but then the whole thing with, like, the Baba Yaga and the
yeah.
That part gets a little bit draggy.
There's definitely some weak points, and, you know, I can see the people that complain about it just being...
I mean, it was a God of War clone.
Yeah. But for what it was fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this second one, I played like an hour and was like, I can't play this anymore.
Well, I want to play it. We should play it for the channel.
But it may, you may get to a certain point again and be like, oh no, this is actually picking up. But it was like...
Is there a game that you loved that other people have kind of panned or hated?
Of course. I would say one of those with regards to disappointments would be the Dynasty Warriors series, which I absolutely loved growing up, and now...
Yeah, but like everybody would agree 3 and 4 was good. But like, is there a game you've played now that is your guilty pleasure game? You enjoy it, but everybody else hates it.
Yeah. Well, I just mean like as far as like the disappointment side.
Oh.
Like that was one of my major disappointments, was seeing
how the series devolved. And
yeah.
I will say this, Dino Crisis 2. You had me play the first one. The first one was fantastic. And then you had me play the second one. And while not bad, it is an immediate disappointment when compared to the first.
Yeah, because they...
On its own, it's a good game. On its own. But when compared to Dino Crisis 2, or Dino Crisis 1, it is a disappointment.
Yeah, it's sad that, much like Resident Evil, they went that kind of like action-packed, just murder everything route, and it's like, but that's not what made the first one so good. Like,
oh, that's another one of your disappointment games. Resident Evil 6.
Yes.
The one with 3 storylines?
Yeah. Which, I mean, I beat, so, I mean...
I've only done 2 out of the 4 storylines. Because I did the 2 with you. I never played Ada's or Chris's, but I played Leon's and Wesker's.
Never beat Ada's, but I beat like the 3 main ones. So I guess part of me at least enjoyed it enough to go through it, but I think it was also just kind of one of those, I mean, I might as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was...
6 did the co-op better than 5 did. But the problem with 6 was it would have benefited so much better from being played as a single storyline. Because the story in the game genuinely isn't that bad. The problem is you only get a third of the story when you play through the storylines.
Yeah.
So if they had legitimately had it be, essentially how Devil May Cry 5 was done. Yeah. Where you're playing 3 characters, but you're jumping from character to character to get a cohesive story. I think it would have been better received if it had done that.
Yeah, because I get what they were trying to like hit all their Resident Evil notes like in one game of, okay, well, the people who like horror will get this storyline, and the people who like
the action-y side will get this storyline. Yeah.
The people who want to run for their life will get this storyline. Where it's like, I get what they wanted to do,
but I feel like it would have worked better.
Yeah.
If they had... You have to go in the elevator, don't you? Behind you. Don't you go in the elevator and to your right?
Oh, yeah.
The girl's coming?
Forgot about it. I was like, how do I get upstairs?
But, yeah, the 6th one, I would argue.
Yeah. God, what? I'm trying to think of something that I know is not particularly,
Well received, but you love it.
yeah. Because I know there are some that I'm like, I enjoy, even though like a lot of people are like, ugh.
Yeah.
I just can't think of it at the moment.
I liked Dragon Age Inquisition.
So did I.
A lot of people hated it.
I never beat it, but
Oh, I did. I've beaten it like 2 or 3 times.
Hmm.
But a lot of people didn't like it.
Oh, I know. I've definitely heard a lot of complaints. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean, it's got issues. Like, it does help to bring back some of the RPG elements that 2 cut out.
Hear that?
And I liked 2 for what it was.
Sound of radio
But I mean, it doesn't go back. And that's the problem. Is some people want it to go back to what Origins was, which is, you know,
Yeah.
pure-blooded RPG, dice roll when you hit kind of thing. But the way that these action adventure games are progressing is you can't really go back to that type of formula too well. So
Does it matter? Job's done.
I like the idea of them bringing in more RPG again. You know, having the stats on helmets and all that stuff, and like just armor and weapons. And they do in 3 for a bit,
The two are diametrically
but
opposed.
it's not to the capacity. I feel like 3 is the nice middle point between 1 and 2, and people were just so disappointed with it for some reason.
I relay any acquired information to the purchaser.
Like, I think people went into 3 expecting to hate it, that it never stood a chance, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so
Of
I can
course
input
you
the
will.
needed adjustments.
So I guess we got to fix the thing.
Yeah.
There is an option that says he can do it himself.
Phineas has been
You operate the station, do it yourself.
He got in touch with me first.
Trying to look
I used his
again.
physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on.
Well, I mean, back in high school, we loved the Two Towers: Return of the King
You meant
Yeah.
button masher
I
games.
braved the wilderness.
We played the crap out of those.
Yes, we did.
I really ought to give you a raise.
Also, that we could unlock the video of Billy Boyd talking about the controller floating.
I also thoroughly enjoyed The Fellowship that wasn't based on the movies that, you know, not a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, I need to see if I can get my hands on a copy of the Game Boy Advance Fellowship of the Ring game, because I loved that
Give a
game.
shout if the panel
And
electrocutes you.
we might not be able to beat it. I'll put that out now. If we play it, we might not be able to beat it because there is a game-breaking bug where when you're in the Mines of Moria, you have to go through one of the doors and the game just soft-locks, like it breaks, and you can't beat the game anymore. But there's a way around it where you essentially save as the screen goes black. And, hey! Get out! Sorry for the loud clap, everybody. Oliver is trying to chew on a cable. Let's go. Get out. You're in
Scram!
trouble now.
Well, as he chases the cat away, we'll look at Anthrocillin, the new improved packaging that purifies poisons, toxins, and venoms. Ooh, all this fungal hellscapes. Okay, we're on the roof. I'm gonna pretend like I know how to fix an antenna. I imagine I just press a button.
Testing 1, 2, check, check.
You can hear the game playing?
Stars.
Okay.
But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a gold
Sorry for the loud clapping of my hands.
Oh, and I also dispatched
I got it. I'm in.
Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it.
Yeah, he only started this
Get out of my tower.
cable fascination when we started like recording in this room. And I think it's because we don't let him in here a lot of the time because he tries to mess with the cables. That he's like, well, screw you, now I'm going to mess with the cables
I
more.
have grown rather fond of you.
But no, so essentially when the game fades to black between room transitions, you have to save it
Why,
so that you
doesn't
can
leave without flinging insults at our
um,
faces. He really does like you, Captain.
essentially trick the game into loading in the
Okay.
next room.
Okay. What do you mean, big flaming thingy? Oh god,
Well, that's not good.
did we cause that? I mean, I would think not. We just caused radio silence. That shouldn't cause...
I would have laughed if that ship exploded much bigger.
Yeah.
And, like, the game just ended because it crashed into you.
The big ball of fire? No, totally missed it.
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers.
Oh, that's not good.
On that.
Oh.
Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect saved me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram, are you there?
Oh my god. Group hug!
Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth
Ah.
is, once more, our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only...
Do we now have to pick who gets the weapons?
Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship.
I'm
You're probably
thinking
UDL
we probably
drone.
will.
Oliver?
Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these before.
Hey! Stop
We
it!
could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay,
Yep.
but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Well. We have a crashed ship. Both sides want the guns. Wow. So we just get on our ship and fly away, right? Not our problem. Doesn't concern us at all.
Oliver's in timeout, everybody, in case you were all wondering. Because he tried to bite the cable again.
Okay, over there.
So he's in timeout.
Oh, way over there. Yeah, I think I'll go with this one first.
So do we have to do the weapons then?
There's the mission, yeah, to go find where the ship crashed, and both sides definitely seem to want it, so...
Well, that's always fun.
Yep. And then obviously the info broker is just like, get off my channel! You kids making all that racket in my yard.
You damn kids with your rock musics and your raps.
When will you learn?
So where are we headed now? What mission are we doing? Because I didn't see, being that I was taking care of the cat.
Yeah, I figure since it's closer, we'll go deal with that sealed door in the Pirates that What's-Her-Face wanted us to check out.
Oh, okay.
Especially before we end up, you know, having to decide who to give these guns to and all that jazz.
Probably a good call.
Yeah. Who are you? You ringleader?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stealthily
Shoot you in the butthole?
cripple you!
Okay, so you crippled him and then followed up by shooting him in the butthole. A lot.
Okay.
They've got candids.
Wow, why do you keep running so far ahead of the rest of us?
Good.
Wait for backup.
No. Don't tell her what to do.
I'm her captain.
Okay, so you might be able to tell her what to do.
I also care for her well-being.
That still doesn't give you the right, technically.
I know. But in the middle of a gunfight, there's kind of less room to be like, can you please not go there?
I don't know where those pile of ashes are, but you're too far back, I know that much.
Yeah,
I think they're gone forever, David.
probably. There's just so much ash everywhere.
Oh, wait, right there. So there's one. And then
Well,
straight
then
to the right, under your feet.
Yeah, I was like, the body should have been like right next to it. They're ready.
But yeah, I don't know why Oliver keeps trying to bite these cables now.
Just to be a dick.
He never chewed on things before, and now that we're trying to record like this, he wants to chew on cables.
Every single time.
Oh, it's because he's like, if I do this, I'll get fed.
Tougher than
Oh.
I expected.
Good. God.
Yeah, don't you remember that Manta Queens?
After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well when the ground is far beneath you.
It's your call.
No, I don't want a -1 to like everything.
Yeah, don't you remember this area was surrounded by Manticore Queens?
Yeah, I remember now.
Manta Queens, Manta Queens.
Damn it. We're so close.
So close, David.
If only I could just fast travel to the other side of them.
Try.
The war of words fizzles. Monarch Stellar Industries. Bluster dies with a whimper. Airways cleared. Hey guys, don't mind me. I do think I just need to run past you. Yep. Well, damn it. Maybe if I... Actually, no. I should be the... Actually, just go this way, and I should be...
Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
Okay, let me go through the hole in the fence.
Yeah, always go through the hole in the fence. And look out for bad guys.
I'm in the grass. You can't see me.
There's raptors in the long grass.
Oh, God. Run! I think as long as I just don't go to the other side of that building, I'm good.
Yeah, I think you'll be alright.
Because I don't think there's any patrolling the inside of this town. Anything else for me to loot before I go inside where I'm going? Anything?
No? Maybe. See, senor.
Oh, we got a chest. Yeah. Alright.
You know what game I need to beat that I still haven't beaten?
What?
Evil Within 2.
Yes.
I loved the first one. And I kept trying to start the second one, but it was also during the times when we'd start and fail at a channel.
Yeah.
So I started the game like 4 times and I never beat it because then I'd be like, oh, I gotta restart it for the channel, and they'd be like, no, and I'd play it for myself, and I'd be like, oh, I gotta do it for the channel, and I'd like went back and forth. I just now need to sit down and beat it.
Yeah. I haven't even played it at all, which I, again, also like the first one as much as it...
As much as you could, considering the motion
Yeah.
sickness.
I could only play it in, like an hour increment each day, so it took a while to finally beat it. But it was enjoyable.
I wonder if they'll make a third. I don't even know how the game ends. I've kept it spoiler-free for myself.
Same. I know essentially nothing about the game.
It's good. There's some really scary moments. So it's a good time.
That's good. Because I didn't really...
And they do a good job. They kind of bring in the Last of Us item crafting, which is nice.
Because, yeah, first one never really found scary. It was just kind of weird and...
There was a little creepy moments, like when you get chased by
Well, that was
by
the...
Lydia for the first time. That's creepy.
Yeah, there was the one time that did make me jump was one of the sections where the guy would just appear out of nowhere every now and then. And there was one that I had just opened the door and there he was just right there. It was like, oh,
Well, now I'm dead.
because it was just just walking up.
No.
All right, so now we just returned to her. He found a suspicious data cartridge. Can I read the suspicious data cartridge?
Nah.
Nope. But it's
It's a data cartridge.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, so let's go return to what, Nora is her name?
I don't know. I think so. Back to Amber Heights!
Buttholes.
All the buttholes.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Yeah, but I've lost track of how many games I still need to beat. That
Yeah.
I, enjoyed, but just never finished. So many.
Yeah, it's a lot for me.
Yeah.
Which is a damn shame. A damn shame.
It really is.
You all got different Saltuna here on Mars. Ain't that neat?
Wow.
You come that's what you're excited about. You ought to get out.
Alright, let's go talk to Nora Girl.
Yeah, she's getting out. We've been all over the place. Zora.
Zora.
You find anything out there?
I mean, it's like Nora, but it's rotated.
Don't tell anybody, but
Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there.
What is it? Is it porn?
Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it, just like the one I found earlier. And here's
Uh-oh. Was Graham the betrayer?
I was waiting for that.
Graham.
We thought we were the betrayer, but really it was Graham this whole time.
Gate codes.
Yep. I was waiting for it. She kept saying how he felt so bad about the attack, but it's like, yeah, because his conscience is weighing down on him, because he's the one who caused it.
That murderous son of a bitch.
Yeah. He did. It really did.
She looks so betrayed.
I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live?
Apparently
Thank
that
you
went out the
for bringing
window.
this back, but I need some time. I gotta think. I'll let you know if I figure something out.
Well, don't shoot him without me.
Ooh, are we gonna get to shoot Graham now?
I don't know. She said she needs to think. So I guess that leaves going to the ship. I don't think there's anything.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Well, no, there's that one. Devil's Peak.
And then nope. Okay, yep, down there. So I mean, there's fast travel points I can go to.
And that's on the ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Because you can
that's-
tell from the background picture.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's just those two.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, and this one's
Way out
over
there.
so might as well go to this one first.
And then fast travel to the one directly north of it and go around.
Yep. Because that involves going to that dangerous side of town where we first landed at.
Ooh. Well, I think we'll explore that in the next episode, David.
Yeah. Which is also another option. I could just land my ship down there and
Run north. That's true. You could. You're stronger now.
yep. I'm a level 19 now. I'm a boss.
You're a boss. All right. Well, we'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully next time Oliver will not be put in timeout.
Yep.
It makes me sad to put him in his little carrier.
Yep. In the meantime, let us know who you would give the guns to. Our dear old Sanjar, or
The philosophers.
yep, or
I mean, they've already got the stone, so
or Graham, who now turns out may have been working with some pirates to cause a whole bunch of murder.
there's some twists and turns.
Woo! Bye.
Bye.